Thank you very much, AD. We're just going to start straight to allow the Director General, National Orientation Agency, ably represented by Malam Bala, to deliver his address. And the voice you are going to hear from now is that of the DG, not even Bala. So first, let's hear from the DG. Thank you.
5 very important themes. This campaign is taking place simultaneously in the 36 states and FCT. At the same time, it is expected that the 774 local government of this country will also have a share of activities of this campaign. So, members of the 4th Estate of the Realm, let me start by appreciating you at all the time for giving the desired necessary support to this agency at all the time. Like he has introduced, it's going to be the DG that you hear where I say I, it's not me, but Amusa is Malalari Isa only, if there is any I there. So let me read the DG's speech so that we can interact later on. A speech presented by the Director General of National Orientation Agency, Malalari Isa Onilu, at a press conference to flag off a nationwide enlightenment campaign on government policies, programs, and activities. That is the first thing. The second one, national value orientation for students of secondary school and tertiary institutions against sign out extreme practices. Number 3, flood mitigation.
Never mind.
Number 4, the Nigerian Identity Project and the national symbols. Number 5, the Nigerian, number 6, go. Number 5.
Welcome to Alipo.
The national security awareness towards achieving improved security consciousness in our communities. So, these are the 5 thematic areas that this campaign is focused. We want to digress from the DG speech first to make clear some reasons why these thematic areas were chosen. The government program, policies, and activities are the achievement that has been put in place by this administration over the period of 2 years. It is our responsibility and mandate as an agency to communicate. That is number 1 mandate of this agency, to communicate government programs, policies, activities, with a view to do what? With a view to getting the general public informed, to support those programs, policies, at the same time have a buy-in, which at the end would elicit responses from the general public, either positive, negative, suggestive, or what have you, back to the government, which we call feedback. And the course of explaining, educating Nigerians, we are also expected to get their buy-in, get their feedback back to the government. So there are a lot of notable programs and activities that this government has done and is still doing that we need to communicate to Nigerians. People will sit down under Meshai at the market square and what have you and start talking. The government is not doing anything, it's not doing anything, it's not doing anything. So it is the responsibility of National Orientation Agency to consistently engage the people and get them informed of these programs and activities. The national value reorientation for students of secondary school and tertiary education. We are all aware of the moral decadence in our institutions, especially within this period. The students, especially from secondary school, graduating after writing the final exam, they do what is called sign-up. Students, female students, the unfortunate thing is the female student that will open their body for their male counterpart to start signing them out. On their bare breast or buttocks or whatever, fetch water and be bathing each other. Some of them will be waiting for that day to start fighting. Some of them will take their parents' vehicle and be doing stunts with the vehicles, getting accidents, killing themselves and what have you. Our young men now indulge into Yahoo at secondary school level to tertiary. That is why this campaign is very apt and it's very important. We are taking this campaign to schools, all the schools, both secondary and tertiary. The country is going to be entrusted in the hands of these young men. Any moment from now, they are growing. We will exit, we will leave the stage, and they are to take over. Is this the leadership we want for this our country? It is against our culture, it is against our religion, it is against our norms. These practices we are seeing in our children. So it is the better we get involved with them so that we can have them to change their mind and become better citizens in the future. So that is what is informing that extreme sign-out practices and others. The flood mitigation, we are aware at the beginning of the year, agencies of government have predicted that there is going to be flooding in some about 27 states across this country, with more than 300 local governments that will be involved. Is Kebbi among? Yes. Kebbi is among the states that have been listed. And so Kebbi will have its share of flooding, or it has started having. We must engage the people, especially in the riparian communities, those that live within the river banks. To do what? To evacuate, to move their family members upland to a safer ground, so that life and livelihood will be safe. Will have minimal impact of the flooding on human beings, on other economic activities, and the economy in general. It has not been pleasant when flood will come. People are sleeping. Some will wake up in heaven. The Mokwa Niger State experience is enough for all of us. People were sleeping. Some of them did not wake up early in the morning because water came overnight. And the funny thing is that it is not the rain that fell in your town that will impact you most of the time. It will come from somewhere, whether it's a dam opening, spilling excessive water, or maybe some, if not even from this country. Some is heavy rainfall nearby that will just come and sweep everybody away while you are at night sleeping. Children and women are most vulnerable in this case. The men sometimes, yes, they know how to swim, they can climb trees. What of the children and their wives? What of the goats, the animal, the food they kept in their barns and where and where? So, and that is why it is important they should move. I know most people, especially those living within these riparian communities, are adamant. They say their ancestral homes, ancestral land. When your ancestors were there, there was no flooding. We didn't witness the global warming we are witnessing now. The change in atmospheric condition is not as it was then. You hardly hear of flooding like that. But now, because of the global warming, the water, there is a rise in water level and what have you, and small fraction on the sea, it will just throw water. So we need to engage the populace, we need to engage them on the needs. They must move their children, their women, their livelihoods upland, temporarily at least, if they cannot move permanently. So those are part of the we have the national symbols, like I said, the security awareness. What do you do? What are you supposed to do as Nigerian in terms of security? It starts and ends with you. Or it does not end with you, but at least it starts with you as citizen. You are the eyes and the ears of security. The security men are not magicians. They rely on our effort and information to act swiftly. So let me continue with the DG speech. Distinguished members of the press, it gives me profound pleasure to address you once again as we prepare to unfold yet another nationwide sensitization campaign. This time on 5 thematic areas, which I have read earlier. As you already know, the National Orientation Agency has many mandates. Key among this mandate is the responsibility to sensitize the public on government policies, programs, and activities. In recent times, the agency has expanded its messaging platforms to meet the diverse messaging platforms requirement of our equally diverse audience demography. In the current dispensation, we have reinvigorated our website, www.noa.gov.ng. We have equally deployed an artificial intelligence. We have equally deployed an artificial intelligence persona, which we call the CLEAN, on our website. This is in addition to our presence on all social media platforms. This has enabled us to meet the information needs of especially the younger generation. The agency has also maintained consistent in the production a weekly explainer e-journal, through which we break down government programs and policies for ease of understanding for our audience. We have also deployed robust reorientation documentaries and jingles on channels television, IET, TVC, Arise TV, Star Times, MultiChoice, News Central, and over 185 media partners, including radio stations that broadcast in local languages across the country. I'm sure some of these media houses that I'm mentioning are here. We have 185 of them as a platform in one. That if we drop a message now, within some few minutes, it has gone to the entire country and in different languages. At least 58 languages it will be translated into. In the next couple of weeks, starting from this week, the agency will be physically engaging the public in the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory and the 774 local government areas. This boots on the ground approach is in various communities is aimed at enabling members of the public to speak their minds to government, ask questions, and get answers on programs and policies of government that they require further clarifications on. In this third quarter nationwide sensitization exercise, we shall be engaging the public to further understand the following policies of government. Government programs. 1. NEL Fund to students, or we say NEL Fund student loan. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund was established by the current administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to ensure that no Nigerian person who has qualified to go for tertiary education is prevented from doing so as a result of inability to pay school fees. The loan is available to all qualified Nigerians who are schooling in public tertiary institutions in Nigeria. The loan is fully digital. That means the applicants are to make online excuse me to make online entry on NEL Fund website. Tuition fees are paid directly to the school on behalf of successful applicant. So far, over 600,000 students have been onboarded and over 59 billion has been disbursed so far. Social safety nets expansion. Conditional cash transfer, CCT, have been done to over 2 million households that are enrolled nationwide. And when we talk of 2 million households, we are not saying 2 million Nigerians. In some homes, you have 10 people, 15, 20 people. So you can imagine what this 2 million household translates to. Trader money, farmer money, is being introduced through the Government Enterprise and Empowerment Program, GEEP, which is interest-free and collateral-free for a moratorium of a certain period of months. A maximum of 100,000 will be given to the market woman selling spinach, fish, kuli. All these people at the lowest level of the economic pyramid will be supported with that. You can imagine what 100,000 would do for her as capital to invest in her business. The farmer money has about 300,000 that will be given to the farmer, buy fertilizers, improve seeds, pay for labor, and what have you. Renewed Hope Infrastructure Fund. Renovation of 700 rural schools is in the process of being undertaken nationwide as an intervention to improve the state of schools in rural areas in Nigeria. You can imagine 700 schools in rural areas. What it means is about 19 schools will go to each state or more. 19 schools. Even if we are to divide it by zone, at least, I think it will be up to around 5 or 6 secondary schools, rural schools, renovated, fence, furniture, and what have you. Haven't the government tried? That is in the offering any moment from now. National Youth Investment Fund, NAIF. This initiative is being coordinated by the Federal Ministry of Youth along other stakeholders. 110 billion have been dedicated to support 150,000 youths across the country with skills support, phone engineering, system repair, this and that, shoemaking. 150 billion to 110 billion to 150,000 youths. The Industrial Training Fund, ITF, is at the final stage of deploying Super project, which is aimed at scaling up and certifying people who are engaged in various artisanal work across the country. You'll be certified as an artisan who didn't even go to school. You get the certificate. That is what other countries have done. We say no, tilers we bring from Ghana. POP, they are come from Benin Republic, this and that. Not that they are better than our people, but we have not certificated them. We have not made them formal. So ITF is in the process of doing that. Flooding and disaster preparedness. Poor drainage system and careless dumping of waste in drainage system have often resulted in floods in various states of the Federation. We have seen devastating effects of floods recently in Niger, Kogi, Rivers, Anambra, Bayelsa, just to mention but a few. Many states have suffered severe effect of flood over the years. NIMET issues regular early warning advisories with 90% accuracy. We urge members of the public to look out for these advisories from NIMET, NASA, and other climate predictory agencies. To please adhere to the advisories, it is important to note that there was a presidential flood mitigation directive which also involved release of 3 billion per state in 2024, aimed at drainage, clearing, and relocation. National security awareness. Under the Renewed Hope security architecture, the Chief of Defense Staff had directed that establishment of specialized units of the armed forces aimed at enabling rapid response. The armed forces are deploying strategies aimed at tackling our diverse security challenges. Some of the current strategies include the deployment of drones, armored vehicles, surveillance technologies. Over 15,000 new security personnel have been deployed nationwide, 15,000. It is our intention that in all the states, we will be carrying out the security awareness campaign We will reach not less than 3 million Nigerians per state through media engagements, market and motor park rallies, town hall meetings, advocacy visits to traditional and religious leaders, road shows, and community engagement. National value reorientation, students and youths. The national value reorientation will focus on national values and campaign against extreme graduation practices which do not align with our values. The Nigerian identity and national symbol sensitization will focus on campaigns aimed at familiarizing the public with the current national anthem, unity and patriotism campaign. These campaigns will also promote adhere to right attitude towards national symbol, the flag, the naira, the Nigerian passport, the Nigerian identity card, the coat of arms, and what have you. These campaigns will be carried out through press conferences like we're having today, town hall meetings, advocacy visits, visitation to schools, traditional rulers, motor parks, and markets. The campaign will happen in 36 states and FCT and 774 local governments across Nigeria. Thank you very much.